Welcome to Changing Lives, Building Character. Let's talk about character education. 2 words. The first one at a time. The first word, character. That's the foundation of a person. The foundation is going to determine how high you go in life, and it's going to determine how durable you are. If you go to a building and you see just a huge hole, you know the building's going to be very tall because the hole is deep. And that's the way it is with people. If there's a deep foundation, they're going to go a long way in life. The foundation is going to determine your durability. When those winds come along and those storms and the blizzards and the things come along in your life, does it blow you over? Does it destroy the building, or does the building stand well? John Wooden said that talent can take you to the top. Talent can get you to the top, but only character can keep you there. It's been determined by historians, specifically Arthur Schlesinger, that the most qualified, the most experienced man to ever be president of the United States was a man named Richard Nixon. It's also been determined by Schlesinger that the least qualified, least experienced man to ever be president of the United States was a man named Abraham Lincoln. Now, of those two, which one is determined to be maybe either the best or one of the top 2 presidents in the United States? Well, it's not Nixon. What was the difference between one of them? The 2 of them were had so much disparity as far as experience, qualifications, and so forth, but the one of them was highly developed in character. And that's what makes the difference. In our resource center, you're going to see listed 36 qualities. Look at those 36 qualities. Now, as you look at those, when you put them put beside them a star if you've got that quality highly developed. Put a plus if you need to gain some in that quality, or put a minus if you're void of that quality and you really need that quality. See, the truth is, none of us are born with those qualities. There's no such thing as an honest baby. There's no such thing as a persistent baby. You're not born with any of these qualities. All of these qualities are developed over your lifetime. And if you don't have a method for developing them, it doesn't get done. You don't just have an epiphany one night and all of a sudden become a person of character. Character is something that's developed over a lifetime. And if you look at those 36 qualities, if you put them all in one, that's character. Character is the culmination of all those 36 qualities. It's not something that you're born with, it's something that you develop. Let me tell you, before we begin in Changing Lives, I want you to know there's 2 assumptions. Now, if either one of these assumptions, now assumption is something that I'm taking for granted. If either one of these is not true, then I would highly suggest that you do not begin. These 2 assumptions. The first assumption is that you really would want to be the best you that you can be. And the best you that you can be is to develop all 36 of these qualities to make you the best son, the best daughter, the best mom, the best dad, the best employee, the best person that you can be. And in order to become the best person you can be, you've got to develop all 36 of these qualities. And we've got a method for you to do it. Now, if you don't want to be the best you that you can be, don't waste your time with this curriculum. This curriculum has been research-based, proven effective to develop all 36 of these qualities. The second word in that character education, we just talked about character at length. Education is a Latin term that means to pull out. Now in America, we have taken that word education and we've changed it to mean to pour in. In other words, if they don't learn math in 30 minutes, then let's have 60 minutes of math. Let's pour some more math into them. That's not the way it works. The way it works, education is to develop something that's within you. How do you develop those things? How do you develop these 36 qualities? That's the second assumption. My second assumption is you're willing to do whatever it takes to develop these 36 qualities. One more time. You're willing to do whatever's necessary to develop these 36 qualities. In this case, it means 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Let me say that again. The second assumption, you're willing to do whatever it takes to develop these 36 qualities. And the whatever it is 15 minutes a day to develop these 36 qualities. Now, how do we do that? Well, we start real simple. On Monday, each day has its own theater. And on Monday, what you do is you set goals. You sit down and you write down your goals. You'll have the quality defined and maybe a definition of it and maybe a quote on kind of give you an idea of what the quality is that week. But the first thing we're going to do, the first quality we're going to develop in you is purpose-driven. Goals are the most talked about, least taught of all the qualities that you have. If you're goal-oriented, H. Ross Perot said did a study and found out there was one major difference in the people that are self-employed, making money, big money, and those people that are hourly wage workers. And they're not purpose-driven. They're not goal-oriented. The hourly wage worker is time-oriented. He works 8 to 5 every day. The self-employed person, the person has no time limits. They are goal-oriented. How do you become a goal-oriented person? Every Monday, you write down a goal for the day or 2 goals for the day or a goal for the week or maybe a goal for 6 months. Maybe you write down whatever it is that you're going to do, because to become a purpose-driven, goal-oriented person, it takes practice, and you have to do it and do it and do it and keep doing it. We're going to do it for 36 weeks. Every Monday, you're going to sit down and write some goals. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 15 minutes a day, you're going to be given a story. And this story is going to have an illustration of either the positive or the negative effects of that quality. It's going to demonstrate to you the good or the bad of either having the quality or not having the quality, lacking the quality. And with those stories are 2 or 3 questions. And you answer those questions in writing. You write the answers in complete sentences. You write the answers. And then you have an accountability partner, whether it be one person, 5, 10, 15, no matter how many it is, it's an accountability partner that you discuss those answers with. Now, let me explain that to you. It's been proven that if you'll listen to these tapes, if you'll listen to anything, if all you do is listen, you'll remember 2%. If you listen to these tapes and write answers to these questions, you're going to remember 60 to 80%. You with me? 2% if you listen, 60 to 80% if you answer questions in writing. And the third thing is, if you listen, if you answer questions, and then you discuss the answers, it's 80 to 100%. Take math, for example. Teacher teaches you a concept in math. You remember 2% of that. Teacher gives you 10 problems to do, so you write out the 10 problems, do all 10 of them, 60 to 80%. Now the teacher brings you in and you get up on the board and you write these problems and you discuss how you got the answers 80 to 100. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything you do, if you listen to it, you get 2%. Take notes, write answers, whatever it might be, 60 to 80, 80 to 100 if you discuss. On Friday, you're going to have an evaluation day and you're going to answer some questions. Number one, how did you do on your goals? Now, let me say this right now. If you don't get them right the first time, don't beat yourselves up. You're not going to be perfect the first week. So how did you do on your goals? And you say, well, I didn't do very well. I didn't get them done. Okay, now you write down, why didn't you get them done? And then you write down, what are you going to do differently next week? Why didn't I get them done, and what am I going to do differently next week? Now, the second question is going to be, which one of these stories you had? You had 3 stories, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Which one of those 3 stories? Because on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you're going to have a different story every day and different questions. Which one of those 3 stories was the most meaningful to you, and why? In other words, which one of those had an effect on you? Of those 3 stories talking about that quality, which one of them had that effect on you? Okay? Those things are going to be asked on Friday so that you have an evaluation of what to do. Now, let me say this. One thing you need to make sure you realize, every person on this earth has all 36 of these qualities. You go, you got to be kidding me. How come I'm not better than I am? Well, the reason you're not better than yours is because you've not developed them. If you've told the truth once in your life, then that shows that you have honesty in there. But to pull it out, educate, character education, to pull that out and develop it, you got to use stories, you got to write answers, you got to develop it. So everybody has all 36 of these qualities. Now, it's called changing lives. And it's called changing lives because of this. You are who you are, you're where you are, and you're what you are because of the development of those 36 qualities. If you've got, and when you get all 36 of those qualities with stars on them, you're going to be the best you that you can be. Until you get to that point, you're who you are, you're where you are, and you're what you are because of those 36 qualities and the depth of the development. If you want to change who you are, where you are, and what you are, then you have to develop those 36 qualities, and that's why it's changing lives. And when you do that, you do become the best you that you can be.